Mira and Aarya, The Time Book Adventures. Season 1, The Ramayana Awakens. Episode 3, A Journey and a Bow. Mira and Aarya were back in the palace courtyard. But something was different today. People were gathering, talking, getting ready. There was a kind of energy in the air, like everyone was waiting for something. Arya tugged Mira's hand. Didi, why is everyone busy? Mira looked around. I think something important is happening, she said. Arya pointed suddenly. Look, it's Rama. Rama stood with Lakshmana and a tall, calm man beside them. Who is that? Mira watched carefully. He looks like a sage, someone who teaches and travels. He looks serious. Mira nodded. I think that's Vishwamitra. Dadi once told a story about him. Arya blinked. Is he nice? I think he is, but also very strong. They watched as Vishwamitra spoke to the king. What is he saying? Mira listened. I think he's asking Rama to come with him, she said. Leave the palace? Mira nodded. To go to the forest. No, forests have too many bugs. Mira laughed softly. I don't think that's the main problem. Is Rama going? Mira watched closely. Rama nodded calmly. Arya blinked. He just said yes? Mira nodded. He listens to elders, she said, smiling at Arya. Arya frowned. I don't always do that. Mira smiled. I know. They watched as Rama and Lakshmana began to leave the palace. Arya squeezed Mira's hand. They are really going, she said. Mira hesitated for just a moment. Then, let's follow. The palace slowly faded behind them. The sounds of the city grew softer and then disappeared. Tall trees rose around them, thick trunks, long branches stretching high above, almost touching each other. The sky was harder to see here. Only small pieces of light slipped through the leaves. Arya moved closer to Mira. Didi, I don't like this place. Mira looked around carefully. It's the forest, she said quietly. Leaves crunched under their feet. Somewhere far away, a strange animal call was heard. Then silence again. They spotted Vishwamitra ahead with Rama and Lakshmana walking beside them. Arya lowered her voice. Why did he bring them here? To protect the forest, Mira said. From what? From trouble? Arya didn't like that answer. She held Mira's hand tightly. They watched Rama. He walked calmly, steady, like nothing in the forest could shake him. Arya whispered, He's not afraid. Mira nodded. He's brave. Arya looked again at the trees. I would be scared, she said. Me too. They watched as Rama and Lakshmana disappeared into the thick jungle. Time shifted again. Light returned, bright and warm. A new place appeared, decorated, full of people, voices everywhere. Arya gasped, Didi, this looks like a party. Yes, a big one. In the center stood something enormous, a bow, resting on a platform. That's the biggest bow ever. Mira nodded. I think this is a swayamvara, she said. A what? It's when a princess chooses who she will marry. That's good. They looked around as princess stepped forward one by one. Each tried to lift the bow. None could. Arya shook her head. Too heavy. Mira nodded. Very. Then Rama stepped forward. Arya grabbed Mira's arm. Didi, it's him. Mira watched closely as Rama lifted the bow. Easily. He did it. Then a loud crack. The bow break. Arya jumped. Didi! Mira laughed softly. It's okay. The crowd fell silent and watched as a young woman stepped forward. Beautiful, calm, graceful. Arya whispered, Who is that? Sita. Arya watched as Sita placed a garland around Rama. They choose each other, she said. Arya leaned into Mira. She looks nice. She is. They stood quietly for a moment, watching, the two of them, side by side. Arya looked around again. Then she whispered, Didi, I feel like someone is watching. Mira turned, but saw no one. I don't see anyone, she said. Still, Mira thought for a moment. Dadi once told us about a king, she said slowly. A king who wanted power. Arya's voice dropped. Is he here? I don't think so. Mira shook her head. But his name is Ravana. Arya held her hand tighter. I don't like that name. Mira squeezed back. We are okay, she said gently. They looked one more time at Rama, at Sita, at the bright, joyful crowd. Arya whispered, Didi, we are staying, right? Mira looked around, then back at Arya. For a little while, she said. Arya was quiet. Then she asked softly, We can still go home? Yeah, we will. Arya nodded. She took a deep breath. Okay. And then she said, I want to see what happens next. Mira smiled. Me too.